Good morning. How are we doing? Good.
It's early.
Yeah, it is early. Sounded great. Sounded great. Take out the first piece, okay? I'm going to talk about a couple different things. Well, more than a couple. Okay. Let's talk about matching articulation or matching styles. Okay. There were just a couple different styles happening. The trombones and horns did dee-da, dee-da, pretty much, and then the trumpets came in, and it was a little bit more front-heavy than the trombones and horns. It doesn't matter. It's just when you have something that's repeated like that, we should match. Could we do that? Beginning? Ready? Just horns and trumpet, or horns and trombones. In 1, 2, 3. Can the trumpets match that? Where you come in? Ready? Not so much front heavy, but dee-da, 1, ready, go. There you go. Yeah. You'll hear in the tape that it was just a little bit of a different quality, which is fine, okay? Now, I liked how you did your dynamics and your expression through the notes. And I think he's doing some wonderful gestures, conducting-wise, that you're really reacting to. Could we just take this from the beginning? Ready? And see if we can match. That was much better. And 1, ready, go. So that whole beginning goes to that downbeat, wherever that was. That whole thing builds up to that, okay? Be careful of the percussion that it's not all of a sudden, wham, okay? Be very careful of that. One more time, please. And 1, beginning, 1, ready, go. Push through the notes. Push through the notes. Let's go to the second piece. Okay. I want you to remember a couple things I'm going to say to you. Music has no bar lines. Okay? Bar lines are really convenience markers for the player and the conductor. They don't see bar lines out there. As a listener, sometimes we've turned music into a sight language now because we read it and we don't maybe listen as much as we should. Does that make sense? Okay? The other thing is try and make music between the notes. Music happens between the notes, not necessarily on the notes. And this next piece is that. What kind of a musical line can you do with air for band? What kind of things can you do as far as phrasing? He's giving you very nice gestures. And I think the thing that we have to work on in this piece is what do we do between the notes. Does that make sense? Okay, let's try it. Ready? Here we go. The hardest music that you play is slow and connected. It's not that hard. What is the main thing that you got to think about when you play slow and connected music? Anybody? Air. Yep. These things aren't alive. This is life. Okay? So when you play connected slow music, airstream is the first thing to do. First thing you got to think of. And then it's just pushing down buttons. But what we're trying to, sometimes what we do is we think about the notes, and then guess what we forget? The air. Okay, clarinets, ready? Push air all the way through. Just finger. 2, ready, go. It's different, isn't it? It's a little bit different. Okay? Try not to accent da-dee-da by your breath. Everybody, beginning. Think air and think big chunks of music. Don't think bar lines. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. You've been taught well. Phrasing. Yep. The other thing that makes music come alive is inner parts. The best thing that ever happened to me, I would say I was a pretty good trumpet player in high school, and I thought, I'd play like first part when I got to college. I didn't. I played like third cornet for 2 years. Probably the best thing I ever did, because it really taught me a lot about how important third cornet was. So what I'm getting at in this piece, what really makes the music come alive is the inner parts. It's not necessarily the melody. The melody will always come out. Okay? So composers are kind of a little bit lazy when they compose music because they really put down one dynamic level for the whole piece. Right? Like everybody has mezzo forte. Well, what is that? Mezzo forte to you is different than it is to me. So what I try to do is I try and bring up the inner parts just a little bit louder, because the melody will always carry. See if we can do that. Ready? So bring up the inner parts a little bit. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go. Push. Push. There. Push. Air. Parts. Parts. More here. There you go. In the phrase. Stop. Good. Okay. What is a musical phrase? Anybody? A breath? Can be. It's a statement, isn't it? Statement in music. What are some things you can do after a musical phrase? Breathe. What are some musical things you can do after a musical phrase? Change the dynamics. We can get louder. We can get softer. We can do what with tempo? Slower or faster? Duh. It's not that hard. Sometimes we teach music way too hard. So in the case of a slow piece, what do you think we could do at the end of musical phrases? This is just musicality. Maybe slow down. But that's a conductor's thing. But I think it's players too. The other thing we need to think about is how do we end musical phrases? We talk about slowing down, but how about if we breathe? Do we make abrupt releases? No. We send it someplace. Okay, it'd be like me talking like this. Try again. 1, 2, 1, 2. Inner parts. Air. Good. Good. Smooth. Be like this. Better. Good. Here's what we're going to slow down. Then pick it up. Air. Inner parts, we're using it. Too much more. Okay, good. So my challenge to you is think big chunks of music. Big phrases of music. Because that's how you listen to music. You don't listen bar line, bar line, bar line, bar line. Okay? You listen to huge chunks of music. Okay? Let's go to piece number 3. I thought the third piece was the best. All of a sudden it was like everything really came together. Do you like the third piece? Yeah. Is that your favorite one? Probably. Yeah. Yeah. Can we do a little bit of that? Because I thought the balance and everything was really pretty darn good on this last one. Could I hear what was at the beginning? Or people that just have trills. Ready? People that have trills. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Have you been taught to match trills? Try and do that. Whatever it happens to be, the 64th notes of 32nd notes. Then it becomes a bona fide trill. Okay? Something to think about. Now, for you, how important is this? Not that important, is it? It's a flourish, which is good. So what I would do is I would go forte piano and maybe crescendo to the release. Should we try that? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Push, and 1, 2. Right, okay? And don't get scared with the 16th notes. They're just notes. Okay? Make sure that you add the air. Da-da-da-da-da. Everybody beginning? 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3, go. Ready? And percussion. 1, 2, 3, go. 1. Balance-wise, I'm getting a lot of sax right now. That's okay. We just need to either boost you guys down or boost everybody up. Can we boost you down for now? We've got run done. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, go. Well, you've been taught very well. Yeah, it's obviously you have a great director. Watch his gestures. He's very good at his conducting skills, and really relate that. Okay. Congratulations. Good job. Thanks.
No, I didn't see who it was. Arizona. I'm gonna have to go find her.